it's week 6. We did pretty good again week 5. We both hit double digits. I think we both got 10. And let's hope we can keep it up going into week 6. What do you think about this
Still,
slate of games?
still lots of upsets,
Yeah.
and one's getting upset, and things you might not have seen coming, and teams definitely have improved. So with that in mind, yep, week 6,
But
here
more
we go.
importantly, everybody's won a game. So like you said, everybody's improved. Like the Texans were the only fuckers that didn't fucking win a game until
Yes, congratulations.
the Jaguars came along. I think that's like 9 straight against the Jaguars. But now the only one that needs to lose is the Eagles because they're the only undefeated one. But
That will eventually happen. We'll we'll decide a little bit later in this video if that
we
happens
will.
this week.
And let's get started with the game we're going to be live streaming tomorrow. The Washington Commanders 1-4 at the Chicago Bears 2-3. Go ahead, take this one. This is your regional game.
Well, it's been a roller coaster of a Carson Wentz ride thus far. You've had a little controversy thanks to the coach and remarks said in the media. Whether that actually means anything to Carson, probably not. Maybe not. Who
Nah,
actually knows?
he doesn't seem like he
But
gets butthurt like that.
no, I think so too.
He's not a
But
baker.
he 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 still is producing, at least as far as fantasy goes. He's producing. It's just maybe not finishing drives and plays as much as he needs to. Too much scramble, but the Bears don't really have it together either. Um, I mean, the Bears have good players on defense, but the offense still, like, who knows? I mean, they kind of put something together last week. Maybe they extend that
And that was
into
against a
this
good
week.
team too, against Minnesota. They were working until that guy like just stole that guy's
Well,
Nikes. Like he just
yeah,
took that ball away. Like, give me that.
ran the other way. But dude, I feel like this is as even of a low end game as we're gonna get, that we could get high end production. I'm hopeful, but
It can't be
I'm
any
gonna
worse
go.
than the last one, right? Or can it?
I'm stamping it and making this my upset of the week. I'm going Commanders victory in Chicago.
I guess this
I'm
is
doing
head to
it.
head then. This is a head. We didn't do a head to head last week, so this I'm picking the Bears. Yeah, so this is our head to head match, and it's
Let's
good that we're
go.
doing it for the game we're streaming. So you know the Bears are. I mean, 2-3, not great. It's not bad. It's not good. It's, a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
Kind of with the same with the Commanders. It's a fairly even matchup. I think the Bears have a slight advantage just because they're at home. But like you said, the Bears have a very good defense, probably better than they should be. Um, and Fields is improving every game. I mean, that doesn't mean much. Like it's not like he's anywhere near like the top, but all you want your quarterback to do is to make, even if it's baby steps, just get slightly better every week, and he is. And Mills is not. So at least when you look at Field stats, like he is getting better. Now he
they're
started way lower than Mills. Like Mills was actually doing okay. He just hasn't gotten any better. Fields is getting better. So I think if he takes the next step, it's a night game. Maybe that might put a little bit of like butterflies in his belly. More so
little
than
juice.
more so than the 12 o'clock games that they normally get. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the Bears just because they're at home. And Carson Wentz, dude, it's feast or famine with him. It's boom or bust with him,
I,
fantasy or
and
reality.
I'm hoping it's feast all night.
Yeah, it's a coin. It's a flip of a coin, really. That's what it
It is.
is. And so, pick who you think is gonna win. Pick who you like. Pick the teams, the colors, whatever the fuck you think is gonna make the difference. I don't fucking know. I mean,
The
dude, literally flip a coin.
get the juju's aligned just right.
Yeah. So, but just for the sake of making it our head-to-head game, yeah, I'll go Bears. I was thinking Washington, but then I was like, well, Rob might go Washington, and you know what? Maybe I'll go Bears. So either way, it'll be fun, and it can't be any worse than the last game because that was
Exactly.
that was
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Woo,
That was
woo.
pretty bad. I think we'll see
All
at
right.
least a touchdown in this one. At least.
All right. R.I.P. Russ Wilson's reputation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah,
For now.
let's ride to more losses. That's what he should say. But all right, that's the Thursday night game. Let's go on to the next one. The 3-2 49ers at the 2-3 Falcons. I think it's crazy to go against Garoppolo and the 49ers. Even if they have injuries, the defense is good. Garoppolo's all like he's not gonna give you anything crazy. Maybe once or twice a year he'll give you something crazy, but he's gonna be fairly consistent. 230 yards, one or two touchdowns, no turnovers. That's what he does. He's a solid floor with very little ceiling. He's just not gonna blow the roof off. Can Atlanta score a shitload of points against a very good defense? I don't think so. I think they'll make it a competitive and make it a good game.
They're gonna try.
They're gonna try absolutely, but like you said, they don't have Cordero, and he is what truly makes this offense work because they don't want to throw
Yeah.
it to Pitts for whatever reason. We have this
Yeah.
amazing tight end. Let's just not throw it to him. Okay,
Yeah.
that's smart.
It's the mystery. It's the mystery of the year.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I just don't think the Falcons have enough to beat the 49ers. I'm going 49ers here.
Yeah, I'm siding up with you on this for sure. Uh, I think the 49ers are going to continue to ride the Garoppolo train. He's just going to get more acclimated with what's going on, and Debo's probably going to have another good game.
Oh yeah,
The Falcons will try to make it interesting, look for like a close first half. But you're absolutely right with the not having Cordell Patterson. He's the one of the X factors when not having him that takes away your ability to get down the field. Even if he
absolutely.
doesn't score, even if he doesn't score for you, him just getting you down there, giving you opportunities to get 7 or 3, stay in the game. But
Right.
it's an easy one. I go Niners here.
Yeah, and so you said like they'll make it a good first half. I mean, normally what they do is they come back at the end, and so either they'll be good in the first half and it'll be a good game, and then eventually the 49ers will pull away, and then the Falcons will always come back, and then they'll fall short, or they'll barely win. And so this is probably one of the sneakier good games of the week because most people are probably just overlooking this because it's like, oh, it's the Falcons, they suck. But
Yeah,
they've been scrappy, just like the Texans, just like the Lions, you
just
know.
like the Patriots.
And the most scrappy team of all is the Giants. I mean, they've actually turned their scrappiness into wins. So,
Big one.
but yeah, okay. So we're
Big
both
one.
in agreement there. The next one, the 2-3 Patriots at the 2-3 Browns. Go for it.
Well, you got Zeppy Hour, as Berman has dubbed it. Zeppy quarterback, and going against our boy Brisket in Cleveland. I don't know if Zeppy Hour does what it did in New England last week against the Lions. I don't see that happening again. I think uh, I think with the run game that Cleveland has and it's leading the league, they're going to continue to do that and run the ball. Probably not get a touchdown as often as they'd like, but I think given that they're at home, I give the Browns the win in this one.
Hmm. Well, you know, the Patriots have a very good running game of their own. So
Yeah,
the
one
Browns are
one
going to
guy's
control
out.
the clock, but the
That one
Patriots are
boy,
going to control the clock too.
the one guy Stevenson, is already out.
Oh, is he?
I do believe. Yeah,
I mean, but they have tons of running backs in New
they
England.
do. They're just like somebody else. It's like
Yeah, they're
they
just
have
ready
a
to
barn,
go.
a barn full of them.
They do. It's like next man up, like truly next man up for like them, the 49ers. Um, But yeah, the Patriots kind of gave it to you guys in Green Bay also. So the fact that they're on the road that doesn't matter to me. I don't think so. I think they're a good defense with a good running game. Coincidentally, that's what the Browns are. So this is going to be a slugfest, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you're probably right. It might be the Browns, but I'm going to go Patriots. I don't want the Browns to win. I'm going Patriots. I'm willing to take the loss if it happens. But I'm also going to pick the upset here. This is my upset.
All right.
The New England
Noted.
Patriots at the Browns. Browns. I'm pretty sure the
Jot,
Browns are favored here.
jot it down.
And so, yeah, dude. I mean, that Zeppy guy or Zappy or whatever the fuck his name is. That guy. I mean, for a guy that hadn't played at all, really, like he was a third string guy. Like, he's not getting any reps. Like he came in and did pretty good against you guys, and then the other game against the Lions, they're not asking
Man,
him to do a lot, but
he did what was needed.
exactly. That's all you need to do when you do what they ask you to do, and he did
You,
it.
you don't throw a pick six or fumble the ball.
Right.
And he did neither of those.
Right. This should be a good game too. I think it's a close game. Yeah, the Browns probably have the advantage here. But like we've been saying every fucking week, like how many upsets are there? There's always upsets. It's always like whenever you feel confident about something, there's always going to be an upset. It's just a
Well,
matter of picking the correct one. That's really what it is. Like we could be getting the
definitely.
Falcons one wrong cuz they upset the
Oh, absolutely.
49ers.
I mean, shit happens.
Shit happens, exactly. You just got to make your pick and fucking live with it.
Yep.
But
It's
let's
the
go on
nature
to the
of this
next one.
thing.
The 3-2 Jets at the 3-2 Packers. I mean, come on, this just sounds weird. 3-2 Jets, 4-1 Giant. Like, what the hell's going on? It's like the
It's
Twilight Zone season of the NFL.
something in the water, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. But go ahead. This is your game. Take it.
Man, that was a rough one last week for sure. Uh, Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but moving on back in the U.S. of A. at Lambeau, I'm hopeful that we can get back on some kind of a roll and maybe let Jones eat a little bit more. Maybe try to get as far as not just handing him the ball, but getting him in space.
And Dylan, too,
Yeah.
man. Dylan's kind of like an afterthought after week one.
Well, and I think Dylan can be that guy that still we utilize to wear him down. We could start with that in the beginning, but really focus on that towards later in the third quarter, mostly fourth quarter, because with the way they do it now, it's like they do the duel like they're both out there in the package, and it's cool because you don't really know which way or who, because it could go either way. Whether he could hand it both ways, or he could dump it both ways, or either or could break out and go do a route, or do a route from back in the field, or just block, and he could have max protection.
Yeah.
Which that would be kind of dumb. I mean, give it at least one of them to go out for a possible catch. But I
Don't,
think,
don't question that man's schemes. That's one thing I learned. If he does it, he's doing it for a reason. LaFleur knows what he's doing. He just doesn't have
yeah,
that dominant receiver anymore. So it's a little harder now, but he knows what he's doing. I like he's proven it. He knows what he's doing. But
well, even though it's solid Jets now, and they're a lot scrappier, and they're coming away with points and not allowing a lot, it will be more work than most would initially think. But I think I'm picking them to win. Obviously, I don't even know why I took that long to say it, but there you go.
yeah, I think at this point everybody knows you're gonna pick them. Um, like I think it goes without saying. But yeah, I mean the Packers after a loss normally win, especially under LaFleur.
Yeah,
So you guys just lost against the Giants. I mean, back to back losing to New York, the Giants and the Jets. That would just be like, I mean, 3-3 isn't the worst thing in the world, but that would be truly devastating. Like those are two
that,
games you should win.
yes.
So
Well,
I don't think it's gonna happen though. I'm picking the Packers too, but you did call that the Giants Packers game could be the best one in London, and here we go. It was really was a great game. It was very entertaining. And
unfortunately, you never know which side you're going to be on. That's the fun slash not fun part of it.
the thing that
But
I'll say about the Jets, Brees Hall has been coming on really strong. And I mean they still have Carter too. You have to really keep their running game in check. If you don't, they have so many good weapons now. Like they finally have weapons. This might be trouble. It really might be. It might be another really good game. But the fact that you guys are at home, and even though the last one was a home game, you guys were in London. That's not a home game.
no, it's not a
That's a
home game.
London game. But the
Yeah,
fact that
it's
you
a
guys are at home now, I think everybody will feel comfortable, and you can fight out the win. So I'm picking the Packers, but this should be another good game. I think all of these are going to be good so far. Um, yeah, I'm going Packers.
go pack go.
The next one, the 2-3 Jaguars at the 2-1 Colts. I mean, the Colts, they're as much of a roller coaster as the Commanders are. Um,
Yeah, with Matt Ryan still.
yeah, and their offense does not look good. Their defense is keeping them in the game.
Dare we blame Uncle Frank?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like after you've had so many chances with so many quarterbacks and you can't get it done, like Andrew
Something's
Luck.
got to go.
When Andrew Luck retired, that set this organization back like 10 years, and it's obvious because like they haven't. Okay, they made the playoffs, fine. Maybe I think 3 years ago or 2 years ago, but I mean
They
they should have
they
won last year.
they
They should have
they,
made the playoffs last year.
they just missed it last year. Somebody. Oh wait, this team.
The Jaguars beat them, but that was at home. The Jaguars were at home when they beat them. That
Yes, this
and
is in
they have already
Victor.
beat them at home earlier in the year. The Jaguars beat them, but this is in Indianapolis. So, and the Jaguars are coming off that loss to the Texans. Is another divisional game. This is a hard one, I think, because Trevor's improved, but the Colts' passing offense and rushing offense, really, Taylor doesn't look right either. That running game doesn't look right. Everything just doesn't look right.
Yeah,
This is a
it's not.
fairly even match, I think.
Yeah, this is a true coin flip. Um, yeah, because something's not happy there in the gears in Indy, and whatever it is, hopefully they can figure it out. Whether it's team or organization or all the above, who the fuck knows?
Well, Matt
But
Ryan, I think, is under contract for one more year after this. So in 2023, he still has a 1 year left. But
may,
would they go after a quarterback in the draft? Like
you
if they fail again and they miss the playoffs?
you would have to if it's not if you've gotten two quote unquote veterans back to back and it just has not worked for you, you got to go ahead back to the pool.
And this is a good quarterback class in 2023. There's probably three first rounders as of right now, with maybe three more wild cards that, as the college season plays out, these guys might play themselves into first round picks. So there could be a crazy like the year with Fields, Lance, Trevor. Like that was a wild year for quarterbacks. This could be another wild year like that. And so maybe there are like 5 or 6 first round quarterbacks this year, and everybody loads up and everybody gets their guy, and then the games will be even crazier the next year. But I think I'm going Jaguars on the road. I think at this point, um, I always forget the damn guy's name. The Jaguars coach, what's his name?
Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson. I always forget his name. It's like I don't know. He's just so forgettable for some reason. But
He is very forgettable.
he
We'll be
but
honest.
yeah, but I think he's the better coach. I think he's better than Frank Reich. I think Frank Reich is a little overrated. And I mean, you give him
Oh,
veteran
100%.
quarterbacks, but you give him veteran quarterbacks and you can't do anything with them. Like, and
Like,
and he picks these guys. So I don't
I'm
know.
going. I'm going Jags too. I feel too jaded by the Colts this year.
Yeah.
It's, it's almost like they want to be bad. And that's hard. That's hard to like say that for any organization because the whole goal is to go out there and put the best product you can to represent your city and your team. But this just has been confusing because when you have a running back like that, and then with Matty Ice coming in, but he looks like Matty Thawed, like something is going on. So yeah, I go Jags here. I
Matty
think they
Snow
get the win.
Cone.
Yeah,
But
Matt.
yeah, they just I don't know. They look like there's so many guys in new systems that just don't look right this year. Like I think this is the worst year for new systems. I don't know why. But yeah, I think I feel a little more comfortable with the Jaguars. Although this is a very tough one. This is another coin flip, but I think my coin lands on the Jaguars. So we're in agreement there. Let's move on to the 4-1 Vikings at the 3-2 Dolphins. So Teddy won't play, Tua won't play, and they're gonna start that rookie again. I think this is an easy one. This is the Vikings. They're gonna go 5-1 on the road. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not anywhere near competitive for Miami right now with just everything going on. So
And Tyreek
until
Hill also got a little banged up. He's probably gonna play, but does it really matter when there's a rookie that wasn't even expected to be on the field this year? And I mean, this could be a very bad game for the Dolphins. I mean, it was a bad game against the Jets. Look what they did to them. Sheesh.
yeah, yeah,
If
and
you
that's divisional.
if you gambled and actually thought, "Oh, the Jets are going to win," you looked like a genius. But
Oh,
it was all because Teddy got hurt though.
if you gambled, bet the win, and somehow got the point, also like you'd be a fucking rich dude.
Yeah.
There's no way you could bet the Jets got that many points over.
Yeah.
No, no way.
Yeah, I bet you that guy feels very, very good right now. But yeah, that was an easy one. Vikings.
Yeah, I got Vikings too. As much as I want them to get another L, it's not this week. They're gonna go in there and Kirk Cousins is gonna do what Kirk Cousins does.
Yeah, and it's not a night game, so Cousins probably
Yeah,
will
he's
win.
good to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's good to go. He's best at one,
he'll be good.
or your case 12.
12, yeah. Or in California's case, 10. God, I love that. I wish I was over there. Fucking wake up, breakfast time, football. Oh, man. Those
Nah,
lucky
bro,
fuckers.
they're jealous. They probably rather have it my way,
At
where it's more
1?
prime time. Yeah, lunchtime.
Yeah, but the night games end so late for you. Like, really late.
Yeah, but that's
Like in
kind of cool.
California, they end somewhat early. You can still go do something after the game
Yeah, if you want.
if you want. But
It,
But
it's
yeah, I
it's
don't know.
all
I'm a morning guy for football. So like I wake up at like 6:30 on Sundays. Unless I stay up really late the night before, which I actually have been doing. But I've only been getting like 5 hours like these two London games these last 2 weeks. I've just been watching movies or TV. Go to bed at like 3 a.m. and then like oh shit, the damn London game's at 8:30. It's like, oh,
what?
okay, well, I gotta set my alarm, and so, there I am, and that's why I've been taking naps too. 'Cause then I drink for the Texans, and then I'm wasted, and then I'm like watching Red Zone at like 4, and I'm like, oh, I'm dozing off, and then the dog just sits on me, and we fall asleep. But
Yep.
it won't happen this year or this week because the Texans are on a bye, so I'll actually get to enjoy all day of Red Zone. It's the only time I get to do that on the bye.
Lucky dog.
Yeah, but let's do the next one. The 2-3 Bengals at the 2-3 Saints. This is a fairly even matchup too.
Yeah,
What do you
I
think?
like I like the I like the fact that the Saints are kind of really rolling with what they got, and Taysom had a really big game last week, and you were the ringing his bell, I think, last week as well, and that deserves attention brought too. It's like they listened to you because, and I mean, that was a freak, run play where he just broke through and ran the rest of the way.
But how many times has he done that? He does that quite a bit.
He does do that quite a bit, and it seems like he may be harkening back and showing, hey, I'm still healthy, I can do this.
Yeah.
So the Saints have a lot of shock value, if you will. They got things that can jump up and surprise you, and their defense isn't half bad.
That's
The
true.
Bengals are on this hangover, and they have been looking better. Can he hit Boyd some more? He needs to, I think.
That's some wishful thinking for your fantasy player, huh?
Well, he needs, well, fine. He needs to hit Chase too a bunch.
Okay, thank you.
Hit,
Throw
hit
them both
Chase a
in
bunch.
there. But yeah,
But
the Bengals could have
and,
beat the Ravens. It's just Lamar was running like a madman at the end. Like that,
yeah,
I don't think anybody could stop that. So
yeah,
that's just
I
unfortunate
actually
for them.
I actually think with everything coming together right now with the Bengals, I'm going to pick them as the road upset for this game. I think they come in and get it. Uh, the Saints just don't have enough.
So your Washington Chicago, wasn't that the upset?
Well, no, I'm just saying them being road visitors. That's an upset.
Oh, okay.
Come,
Your
no, no, no,
official
no. You
upset
know
is
what I mean?
Washington.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. I thought you wanted to do two. I was like, oh shit. Okay. All right. But okay.
No, no, no. No, I'm just saying they'll pull the road upset
I
and
actually
get
think
the.
the Bengals are favored at home. I mean, on the road. But I see what you're saying. On the road, you should be
You're
the
normally the
underdog.
dog.
Yeah, you're normally a dog, but in this case, yeah, no, I think the Bengals are favored here. I'm picking the Bengals because yeah, it's not good, but
They're due. They're
they're
due up for a win.
they're getting better. And like I said, they ran into Lamar at the wrong time. I think that's all that is. And they didn't allow Lamar to light it up either. Like he didn't score a lot of points. All they did was kick field goals.
Yeah.
And so the Bengals defense is pretty good. The Saints probably won't have broke back crab boy, or what did he steal, the lobsters or some shit a long time ago, remember?
Oh,
Jameis.
Winston.
Yeah. Um they're probably
Just,
not going to have him again, which I guess
I,
doesn't really matter because as long as Taysom Hill's getting a lot of snaps, that's probably the best situation for them.
I think they got Andy Dalton just to have a body right there, and then Taysom Hill's just going to then do what Taysom Hill does because he's not forced to be that body back there.
Yeah, but
That
Olave had a concussion last week. Jarvis isn't playing. And Michael Thomas did not practice today. This might be heavily in the Bengals' favor, I think. Unless Taysom could
that
pull it out of his ass again, which he could. That guy could. That's a bad man right there. If only he could develop as a passer, that guy would be crazy. He would be
yeah
insane. He would be like another Josh Allen almost. Except he can't. He throws like Davis Mills, or not. Probably worse. He throws worse than Justin Fields. That's why they don't let
yeah
him throw.
he's not of the utmost like his throat like the dude has to be so wide open it's not even funny and he like a loft person. That's when he's accurate.
Yeah. I mean, shit, we can be accurate like that too. If the dude has 20 yards of separation, who the hell can't make that throw?
Just sailing in.
Uncle Rico. But yeah, all
But
right.
yeah,
So we both picked the Bengals. Cool.
yep.
All right, on to the next one. The 3-2 Baltimore Ravens at the 4-1 Jaguars. Giants. Giants.
Gotcha. Yeah, you got Rip welcoming in his old team. He hopes that he has the answer, being that he coached Lamar, but this is a different Lamar. Um, with the Ravens putting on what they put on, and it still didn't click 100% against the Bengals, and that's a divisional matchup. I think that they give the Giants their second loss right here for sure. I think Lamar's too much to contain.
Yeah.
Other the running backs are coming on for Baltimore also. It's touch and go on who's out there for receiver, but I think as long as they have Andrews, he's okay. And it's just whoever else is it will get that extra. Whether it's mostly Duvernay,
Yeah.
and the fans seem to love him.
Yeah. Bateman, I think, is still out, or he might come back. I'm not sure. But even then, he's not a great option. He's okay within their scheme, but yeah, this passing offense goes through Andrews for sure. Um, yeah, Daniel Jones can run his own fair share. He's not scared to run it. But
No,
he certainly can't do it the way Lamar can. I don't think anybody can.
well, and he can run it and take the hits, but how many of the Raven style hits is he willing to take once he gives up his ability to have that protection and makes a run and becomes a runner?
I
Because
think
they're
he'll
going to
do
light
it
him
only
up.
when he needs to,
Yeah, because
which won't
otherwise
be a lot.
they're going to light him up every chance they get.
Yeah,
Legally.
true. Or maybe the refs call it anyway. There was a lot of bad calls of this last week. Cheapy
There was
calls,
there was shitty calls in every game that may or may not have determined an outcome.
definitely. But yeah, I agree with you. Baltimore. I mean, it's crazy to think that they have two losses,
Yeah,
considering
it is weird, right?
yeah, considering the way Lamar has been playing. I mean, I'd put him at third in the MVP race, but yeah, they're 3-2. That's kind of bizarre. And but yeah, no, I think this is Baltimore on the road. The Giants are scrappy. They'll probably be in the game,
Yeah,
but
but
in that last drive, if you give Lamar 2 minutes, he's just gonna run around like he's on Madden and it's unstoppable.
yeah,
Unless he
yeah, and, he,
fumbles or does some kind of costly error or something.
and, he, and he's got that stupid QB vision where he like looks at the dude all the way across the field and is able to lace it over to him
Yeah.
because he has gotten to the point where he throws that well now that he could just be a pocket passer if he wanted, but that's
Yeah.
not his game.
It's just not high volume passing either. That's the thing. They still
No,
run the ball a shitload, and he eats a lot of the running game too. So, but yeah, this is Baltimore, I think. Okay, so we're in agreement there. The next game is the 3-2 Buccaneers at the 1-4 Steelers. I think it's safe to say the Steelers are the worst team in the league right now. I think
yeah,
I
I
think they
was
have taken over for the Texans.
we could leave this on a quick touch for sure because it not much to write home to mom about here. It's a bad one so far. Hopefully they get things figured out in the Steel City and patch together, get some wins.
I
But
don't think
it's
they're
it's
going to.
looking hey, yeah, it's looking rough.
It's looking
For,
very rough. But do you
for,
fire
for,
Tomlin or do you give him a pass?
no, Tomlin doesn't get fired.
He
That's not
doesn't
how
get
that
fired.
organization rolls.
Okay.
No, he'll if anything he'll finish it. He will not. I don't think they would ever fire anybody during the season. The Steelers have only had three
What if
coaches.
what if they go like 1-10?
Well, then
You still
no,
keep him?
I I don't know. That's never. I don't know if that's happened since they became the Steelers of like the '70s on.
I think it could happen this year. They are that bad. I mean, maybe they get Cheeseburger out of retirement. Who knows? But
Oh, jeez.
yeah, the Buccaneers are slowly getting healthy, which means they're going to start playing better. They have 2 losses. That's almost as bizarre, like just like the Ravens at 3-2. Like that's kind of bizarre too. Um,
Yeah, it was early season bugaboos.
yeah, and you know what? That's probably going to happen more and more going forward with the you know not wanting to play your guys in preseason. It's gonna keep happening. It's gonna make for a very interesting pick 'em going forward.
Yeah, indeed.
But the Steelers, just to touch on them for a little bit of fantasy. I mean, if you have Najee Harris, you're feeling pretty bad right now. He is. I wouldn't. I don't even know if you can consider him an RB2 at this point. If you do, he's considered like a touchdown dependent RB2, because this man does not catch the ball. Pickett threw the ball like 50 times, and he only had 2 targets. I think Freiermuth only had like 4 or 3 out of
Jeez.
50. So he's not looking to check it down. They can't run the ball, and they can't play defense. Like this is bad. Like you have to bench Najee, and the only reason you're probably going to start the wide receivers is because they're all going to get like 10 targets a game. So this
And they'll
the
probably they're bound to catch at least half of that.
yeah, though they did okay last week, but because the dude threw for 50 some passes. I mean,
There you go.
put that
Got 10.
amount of passes on any quarterback, their wide receivers are going to do well. Um, but yeah, dude, I can't start Najee in the dynasty league anymore. Like I just no, I can't. It's too much. He's
What a shame.
and especially against Buccaneers, dude, they're tough against the run. Very tough. Even against the pass, they're tough. And
Well,
but yeah, this is probably the easiest one uh to call. If the Steelers win this one, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing and pick them then if they win this one. But I mean, the Buccaneers should win. So we're in agreement
yeah.
there also.
Yes, sir.
The next one is the 1-4 Panthers at the 2-3 Rams. What do you think?
This is way more interesting than it should be. You should think like, oh, okay, defending Super Bowl champ, Panthers with just firing their head coach.
But that's probably a
Um,
good thing.
I mean, it probably is a good thing.
But
As
Baker's hurt.
crazy as that sounds, if Baker is hurt, I'm not sure who is it that they have at quarterback.
PJ Walker.
Yes,
And
thank you.
Darnold should come back next week. Maybe.
Well,
Dude, at this point, like Darnold did better last year than Baker did this year.
yeah, and it's just like, do you go back to that? But
Yeah,
in
you
this
have to.
game, in this game, it's not possible. I don't think it's wise to pick the Panthers. There's too much turmoil. There's too much unsure, just nature. So I think it's an easy one. Also, Rams
Yeah,
get another win at
yeah,
home.
yeah, I think PJ Walker started 3 games last week. He was like Justin Fields type passing. Like it was bad. This is a get right game for the Rams, and they're at home. And if you
Yeah.
think about the Cowboy game, it's not like they did anything really, and it was just that touchdown, that defense, or I think it was a blocked punt. I can't remember what it was, but there was a defense or special teams touchdown by the Rams that truly changed the game.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
and so I mean, if you take that away, because that's very hard to predict, it was a 15-10 game. It was closer than it looked, but
Oh, absolutely.
but I think the Rams will be able to get to PJ Walker. He's a third string quarterback for a reason. He was in that
Yeah.
XFL league for a reason. Yeah, I don't see
Yeah.
him completing more than 10 passes and 120 yards. It's gonna be bad for the Panthers. Like, really, all you can do is hand it off to McCaffrey, dump it off to McCaffrey. Don't even try to throw it 5 yards downfield. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be so bad. I picked up the Rams on defense because this could easily be like a terrible game. It really could. This is my lock. I don't think there's a clear lock. Maybe other than the Buccaneers. but this is my lock because I just think the Panthers situation, even if Baker was starting, it's not good. And now it's PJ Walker. It's like oh my god, that's terrible. So I'm picking this one as my lock for this week.
Sounds good to me. I'll notate that.
Yep, yep. So mine are set, and I think you still have your
I
lock,
still,
right?
I still have a lock. You
You
got
still
to
have a
figure
lock.
out which one. It's going to be one of these coming. You got to figure that out.
Yep. All right. So let's go to the next one. The 2-3 Cardinals at the 2-3 Seahawks. I think other than the Bills Chiefs game, this is my game that I'm most looking forward to because the Seahawks have overachieved. They can score. The Cardinals, however, they've underachieved, but they can still score. And these are two bad defenses. This could be a lot of points in this game. But
It'll be a lot of points,
what do you think?
dude. I mean, the Seahawks are such a lovable underdog, and they're at home. Um, but then Kyler Murray's kind of starting to do Kyler Murray things, and it
You know
almost feels
why?
like he's warming up because his buddy's coming back.
Exactly. He's like, "Oh yeah, he's coming. I'm
Yeah,
gonna I'm gonna start warming up for him."
yeah, for real, dude. And that's what I want. To be honest, as selfish as that is, but
Oh,
I'm ready to see.
let me ask you something real quick because we didn't touch on it in the Washington Bears game. Are you gonna start McLaurin this week?
It's a 50-50 chance right now. I sit McLaurin.
I think I have to start. It's either McLaurin or Dobbs for me in my money league.
Well, it's McLaurin or Boyd.
Oof. Yeah,
That's a
those are
pocket.
yeah, those are tough. Those are rough. I think I'm going with McLaurin one more time. Hopefully he just gets me
Yeah,
12, and then I'll be
yeah.
happy with that.
Considering that the Bears let up uh passing passing plays much easier. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my process right now. Like
But the
right now,
reason
he's
I
still sitting
ask
in.
is because we only have to deal with it for one more week, and then we can both insert Hopkins into our lineup next week because we both have him in
Yep.
separate leagues, and I'm fucking excited about that.
Yeah, need it sooner than later.
Yeah.
Picking this game though, I'm going Cards. I think this is a good game. I think it's a coin flip. I got Cards.
Yeah, the Cardinals. I think I just trust Kyler Murray a little more. Not only that, Marquise Brown, Hollywood, man, that guy's playing so good. I think he's like number 6 amongst wide receivers this year in fantasy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's doing really good. You drafted him, you got value out of him. However, those numbers might start to fall once Hopkins comes back. But so far, maybe sell high on Brown. But yeah, the Seahawks will probably make a good game of it because Geno's playing fucking lights out. The running game is good. The defense is not. But the same thing could be said for the Cardinals. I mean, they have a decent running game. They
Yeah,
have a decent quarterback, but their defense isn't very good. This is going to be a good game for points, I think.
yeah.
Um,
If you own any player on either team on offense, maybe because I have Lockett, I'm definitely starting him.
yeah, I have Walker, and I'm gonna put Walker in for Harris, and then in my money league, Michael Thomas probably isn't gonna play, so I have to put Walker in for Michael Thomas. Unless I go with AJ Dillon, but I'm fucking scared. I'm scared to put him in. He's had single digits
But
every
this is
game
coming.
since the first game. So I'm fucking really scared to play him. But yeah, I have choices, or I definitely have difficult choices this week for fantasy in both leagues. But yeah, I'm going Cardinals.
All right, we're in great.
I just don't think the Seahawks can do it.
Now, here's a good matchup if I know what you're about to say next.
The 4-1 Bills at the 4-1 Chiefs. This is the game of the week. This might even be the game of the month.
Yeah, rematch time.
Oh man. So there's so many ways and we could spend so much time on this matchup. I'm pretty sure the Bills are favored. I'm pretty sure the Bills are considered a better team. But the Chiefs are at home.
Yeah, and they
And
just had that crazy game against the Raiders there.
oh, what a good game. Yeah. This should be another good one. I mean, Remember the playoff game between these two? They scored like
Um,
40 points in the last like 3 minutes or whatever it was, something ridiculous.
nuts.
It was nuts. That was insane. But these two quarterbacks are my 1 and 2 for MVP right now. I think Allen's first. I think Mahomes is second. So this is truly going to decide like, okay, if Allen loses, I think Mahomes overtakes him for MVP. If Allen wins, I think he retains his top spot for MVP. The question is, who the fuck is gonna win? I don't know. This is a very tough. This is another coin flip. This one's hard. What do you think?
Bills.
You think the Bills? Yeah. I mean, they are favored. So I don't know, man. I just feel like every time Allen goes up against Mahomes, I feel like Mahomes always gets the better of him. And they're at
It's
home
more.
again.
It's more than possible, but dude, the Bills are just playing inspiring football, all phases. Like I, the Chiefs have had their moments of disarray. They've also had moments of greatness. So, which one? Probably more than likely, more great will be coming. This will be a good game for sure.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like the Bills get, and this is what's crazy about this game is you're going to see it again in the playoffs. You just know
Hopefully.
you are
Hopefully, yeah.
either in the divisional round or the championship round.
Yeah. Hopefully. It would be a shame that they face other teams and then one of them gets eliminated and we don't get to see it. But, you know, I don't know. I just feel like with Mahomes, if they're ahead, they can keep the lead. I mean, it'll be close because their defense isn't that great. It's good, but they usually allow people to come back, and it's close and it's fucking exciting because they have a chance to come back. They just usually pull out the win. I feel like with the Bills, they either get the blowout or they don't come back. But Mahomes is the opposite. I feel like either they have the win, they could scrape out the win, or if they're behind, they could come back and win it. For that reason alone, I think the Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs on this one.
Okay.
Even though I
Another
picked the Patriots in the upset, I was considering this one as my upset. But I think the Patriots. I'm going with that one for sure. I think.
it
Dude, it's hard to go against Mahomes at home. It really is.
is. It is, but
It's also hard to
I
go against Allen.
I dared. I dared with Allen.
But
So here
yeah, this one, dude. I don't even. What I wonder what the distribution is between this game. It's probably heavier on the Bills side because they're favored. But and usually whenever like whatever Vegas thinks, that's usually what most people pick. But
yeah.
but yeah, okay, so that's good. That'll be our unofficial head-to-head also. Well, let's go to the Sunday night game, and it's kind of a shame that Dak is still hurt because a healthy Dak would have made this
Would
game
have made
so
it.
much better.
Oh yeah. This would have been prime. Everybody be talking about this being the game.
It should still be a good game. It's like, well, what can Cooper Rush really do? But the 4-1 Cowboys at the 5-0 Eagles. I until the Eagles lose, I'm not gonna pick against them.
Nope.
I'm going Eagles. Like,
I'm
dude,
good.
Cooper Rush barely can throw. Everybody's like praising him. Oh, he's so good. It's like, look at his stats. He's not that good. They don't ask him to do anything.
I'm going Eagles, and I'm locking
Oh,
on that.
the only thing
I
is,
don't.
man, the Cowboys defense is nasty. It is nasty.
It is nasty, but I mean, let's see what they do with the dual threat quarterback
That's true.
and wide receivers out the wazoo. And it doesn't matter that that dude Gainwell is questionable, probably not playing. They still got Sanders. They still got Boston Scott. They still got guys.
Well, Sanders is third in the league in rushing. So, yeah, it doesn't matter who the other ones are. Sanders
Yeah,
is the guy.
it
What
I'm
about
locking
Devontae
on this.
Smith? What do you think about him this game?
I think he might get a catch or two
That's
if
it?
he holds.
Just one or
I
two?
mean, I know you want me to say more, but it's just hard to guarantee with that dude. It's like he's open all the fucking time, but he doesn't get thrown to.
So how are they going to win if he's only catching one or two balls? Because
Well,
Brown's catching them all?
exactly.
But Diggs is going to be on Brown, which means he's. I mean, I'm not saying Brown won't catch anything, but Diggs is a pretty good cover corner. He
He
can
is,
he
but
can pretty much shut a guy down. He's always going to allow something, but that's why
because
I
it's
asked,
Philly down.
because that number 2 guy has to cover Devontae, and whenever it's a close game, they have to throw more. You could see a lot of fucking passes in this game, and I'm also debating starting
Okay.
him.
I'm starting Jalen, so I would definitely want him to make it rain,
Yeah.
make it rain tacos all over the Cowboys.
Tacos. What kind of tacos do
And
they have in Philadelphia?
then, I'm sure Philly steak tacos.
Yeah, Philly cheesesteak tacos.
That'd be good. I'd still eat that.
Just replace the tortilla with that bread, or what kind of bread do they use for like a real authentic Philly cheesesteak?
The hoagie
A
roll,
hoagie, right?
like
Yeah.
like a good, thick, substantial, like no, you wouldn't call it a loaf because it's smaller.
Yeah. What would you
It's
use?
big.
A flour tortilla?
I mean, you could do flour tortilla, or you could do like a crunchy taco shell, or you could do. I mean, you could do Philly steak quesadilla. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Philly steak burrito. I've had that at a restaurant here. That's also awesome.
Nice. Yeah, well, this is another one that I'm interested to see the distribution in. I haven't really looked at it too much. Actually, I haven't looked at it at all. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be heavy leaning on the Eagles. So, we're either going to be right, or those lucky 2 or 3 people that always pick contrarian are going to get the win. But
Yeah, or the Cowboys fans. You mean
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're easy
Although,
to pick out.
although if they all picked the Cowboys every time, I mean they'd be 4-1, right? And that only,
What's
but
funny?
but who would pick the Cowboys against Tampa Bay? Me, me. I'm the only one,
You're the only
probably.
one,
Yeah,
at
but
least in that.
but yeah, okay. So we both are in agreement with the Eagles there.
All
And
right.
this Monday night game,
Do we even have to go that far into this?
I mean the on paper it's like the Chargers clearly are better considering the way the
Go,
Broncos are playing. But the
go,
Broncos
actually, go.
but the Broncos are 2-3 and the Chargers are 3-2. I guess the question is, do you see Denver bouncing back and finally doing something? Will Russell ride in his little pony and score some touchdowns?
God, I hope so.
That
So we watched 4 quarters of none. So
was a
I hope
brutal
so.
game.
Yes, I hope so for his sake. But go, Eckler, go. That's going to be another Eckler just showing how badass he can be.
The thing is that the Broncos defense is playing lights out. That is the one thing that they are doing well. The offense needs to catch up, but I think the
Well,
Denver defense could give the Chargers a little bit of fits. However, eventually I think the Chargers
Herbert,
will score.
Eckler, and Uncle Mike.
Yeah, well, Herbert still doesn't look right with his rib injury. He still
Yeah,
he
he's
still looks a little frail, so he's not up to full strength. And considering they're 3-2 with him, like fucking broken ribs and all kinds of shit, I think that's pretty damn good.
yeah.
And they finally realized, like, you know what? Let's fucking just give it to Eckler. Like, why didn't they do that from the beginning? They're fucking stupid. Who knows? Who knows what these coaches think? Always going for a 2 when they don't need to. Like, I don't know.
I, we got no explanation for it. We don't get paid money,
We
so we
don't
don't
give,
know.
yeah, they won't pay us shit. But yeah, I'm picking the
Nor
Chargers. I think it's, I mean, who knows what, who knows who would pick the Broncos? Probably just like the way we were saying about the Cowboys. Only Broncos fans are gonna pick the Broncos.
yeah, but even still, like our Broncos fans even admitting they're Broncos fans right now, it's
Well,
hard.
they're probably saying like, "Oh, this is the game we turn it around."
Yeah, well they hope.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna say. Absolutely. So, but we're not Broncos fans, so
Go Bolts.
yeah, I think it's the Chargers easily. But this slate of games this week, tough, tough coin flip
A lot
matchups,
of them. A lot of them.
and then quite a few that maybe like three or four that are just like, yeah, this team's clearly better. But hey, I think we both have a good shot of hitting 10 again. I'm hoping I can get 12. I've tricked myself out of 2 wins the last 2 weeks by
It,
tinkering. I could have had
it seems
12 back to back.
uh,
It's rough, but
sometimes you
ah,
got non-tinker.
dude. But sometimes I tinker into wins. It just hasn't gone for me this way, this week, or this year, I should say.
Yeah.
But that was good, and we're definitely into the bye weeks now. So these
Yep.
even though there was two fewer games, we are a little short on this video, and so all our videos will probably be 10, 10 minutes short or so. Especially when there's more teams on bye in the future. But
Exactly.
but just a reminder, stay tuned for our live stream tomorrow between the Commanders and the Bears, and it could easily be another shitty game. And if it is, who knows? Maybe we get rated by a special someone again.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
and
Bring
if
it on.
not, maybe some of the friends that we've already made will show up. And
Yeah. Come hang out with us. Come
yeah,
enjoy some football and talk some shit.
yeah,
But in the
some casual banter with some drinks while we watch football. What's better than that?
no, not much.
Probably the
But
only thing better is like Thanksgiving while doing all that. That's probably the only thing
yeah,
that's better.
that's why it only happens once a year. Can't do
Exactly.
it all the time.
Exactly. It can't be every fucking week. That would be too
But
much.
but in the meantime, guys, definitely make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you know when the Los and Rob show are making videos like this. Leave us your comments, let us know what you like, don't like, and so on and so forth. And hope you enjoyed another installment of Week Picks on the Los and Rob show.
Yeah, tell us how stupid we are with our picks. Like, yeah, you're dumb. It's okay. You won't hurt our feelings. But
Yeah, we would appreciate.
yeah, but see everybody tomorrow. Good night.